game, record.
Alrighty, let's get started then.
Yeah, we're back. We just had some audio issues, but now it looks like everything's in order and I can start playing the game from where we left off, continuing to Area 3 of Spark the Electric Jester 3.
Alrighty, here we go. Let's see what this level's all about.
I think this one's like, I think it's called White Jungle, sort of like White Jungle from Sonic Adventure 2. I think that's the name of it. You know, the shadow level with the...
Yeah, you're just kind of running through like a sort of jungly, like, sort of foresty jungle area. It really, it automatically just kind of makes me think of that. It also has it's kind of interesting how it also mixes in some, urban city areas too. It's kind of like the forest is like growing all over the, the industrial parts.
Industrialized jungle.
Industrialized jungle, or nature reclaiming, an industrialized area. Oh, you managed to save yourself there.
Yeah. Looks like I gotta take this other rail. I jumped too early.
Oh, darn. Well, you got to the same place anyway, so that helps.
Some good level design so that even if you mess up it doesn't completely ruin your run.
Yeah, I always hate it in platformers where if you like miss something that was like your end, you're only given like one chance to like hit it. So if you miss, you basically have to like try the level all over again. That's always annoying.
I don't have to be super precise on landing on these rails. Isn't it great?
Yeah. I know the lock-on feature. And like the lock-on window is actually pretty generous.
Like the window of registration of like getting onto a rail in Sonic Heroes was kind of finicky sometimes.
Right. Wait, did it feel that way to you in like other like 3D Sonic games, or is it just Heroes that you had?
I think
the finicky.
I think Heroes just had it worse. Like as far as I recall, any other game pretty much made any other Sonic game pretty much made it so like getting on rails was kind of like how do I put it, like more on rails is the best way to put it. Like you were pretty much stuck and like you were pretty much glued down to it is probably the best way to
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just being glued onto the rails and not being able to like easily get off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it made it so like you died less frequently, thank God. But like, it doesn't feel like you had as much player freedom or control is really the only way I know how to describe it.
Oh no. Into the pit.
See,
oh no.
At least with things like that, it feels more like my fault. My fault.
No. Oh no.
I don't feel bad when I do something dumb in this game. It feel when a game is well designed, it feels like a skill issue. When the programming is all finicky, I can blame the game on it.
Right. But thankfully, Spark the Electric Jester ain't like Sonic 06. Thankfully.
Oh yeah. Like if this game came out in 2006, like one guy, like I feel like people would be begging Sega hire this man.
Yeah, I mean, this honestly kind of reminds me of like
it looks like it came out in 2006, funnily enough.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the whole like earlier like lower polygon, lesser detailed like 3D you would see in mainly like the GameCube or PS2. It definitely feels like that. Definitely feels it feels funnily enough retro, because when you think of the current age, like games in the 2000s are honestly like more retro than ever.
Yeah, like I can pretty much like my immersion is still held very easily despite all the reused 3D enemies and the funny and the simplified textures of like the green forest on the walls, because like it's just pretty good game. It's just really good gameplay, all things considered. Like good gameplay and good game design make it easier to hold your immersion.
Yeah, which I feel like this game is doing really well. I also noticed that this level is not even over yet, and there is actually quite a bit of variety here, despite the fact that this level is actually like on the longer side. Like I see you're clocking in like 4 minutes for this one level, and it's not even over yet. But like it doesn't feel like this game still manages to feel like it's multiple levels within one level. I'm noticing. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like how do I put it? Like, it doesn't feel like I'm not sure how else to describe it, but like, I guess like a Sonic Lost World where like pretty much what you see in a level is what you're getting pretty much the whole way through.
Yeah, like I know with Lost World, another thing with that game is that it really like tried out a lot of like different gameplay level mechanics and gimmicks, but it never really like went anywhere with them. Like at one level you were thrown with one mechanic, you had like one mechanic thrown at you and you had to like adapt to it. Then in another level you would have then in another level in the same world you were given like a completely different like mechanic difference to the ones you were thrown at before, and like you had to adapt to those, and it wouldn't like reuse mechanics or gimmicks until like much later. Like I remember like with Sonic Lost World there was actually this one like rail grinding level that was in like the third like world, and they didn't actually reuse the whole rail grinding gimmick until like really late on into like one of the last 2 levels, I believe. So you had this issue of being thrown at a gimmick that was familiar, but you just didn't have any time to like remember or learn that mechanic. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. It didn't last long enough for you to care, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the thing that what was it? That's really the thing that people like criticize like Lost World. You know, the problems people have with that game. I know. Oh.
Yeah, Discord audio cut out for a second, but it looks like we're all good.
That's good. Oh, and it's kind of interesting. Here, so now we're getting into like a more challenging like version of that gimmick that we were doing earlier. The whole like traveling on like a little like rocket on a rail.
I'm told you can actually skip this part and like not have to deal with it, but like I don't have the skill or haven't tried to like figure that out yet.
Yeah, but hey, it's kind of interesting how that
it doesn't outstay its welcome, or nor is it like the whole level, and it's pretty short.
Yeah, and it actually like I feel like that gimmick got used just enough. Like you were introduced to that gimmick like early on, and then the game like tests you at the end of that level with that gimmick, just a little bit harder this time, which is a pretty nice way of like going about like using multiple gimmicks in like a level. It doesn't like use too many of them, and it actually like challenges you enough with them. All right, now we got like this guy.
Another scripted
again.
boss loss. Like I'm pretty sure like I don't know how far in, but like pretty much all of these are gonna be like easy losses for me.
Right. And so like you have to lose on purpose, or unless you can actually
just try not to suck.
Yeah, I guess just I'm wondering if you could actually like legitimately beat this guy if you had like the skill for it.
Yeah. I'm just doing the best I can.
I know. It's like you're damaging him, but it's not really enough. And not to mention this guy's attacks not only like his attacks have weird like windows, and they also have really big hitboxes. Like he has a lot of like really big AoEs and quick moves that can catch you off guard.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets any easier from here on out either, eh?
No, it doesn't.
Oh god.
I keep messing up the. Like if I was perfect at these parries, I'd probably have an easier time with this.
Yeah. I wonder if you could actually like squeeze out a win against this guy. I don't see what the boss's name is at the bottom right of your HUD, but
it's the Guardian.
The Guardian, yeah. Oh.
Yep, there I go.
Not again. Long live the king.
Oh boy, there he goes. Like one thing I was actually gonna say, like with Sonic Lost World, like the few things you do remember, you just kind of end up hating. Like I played the 3DS version, and I definitely remember like there was this one level that involved a lot of apple juice.
Rolling apples. And there was also like a snowball rolling level in like the 4th world in the ice level.
Oh god, I vaguely remember that, and I just don't remember liking any of it.
Yeah, and it's kind of... Yeah, it is. It's kind of funny. It's like, the game isn't... It's like, Lost World is, to me is like one of those instances where the game isn't that... It seems like alright and decent early on, but like, when you progress further in the game, it just seems to get it just seems to throw stuff at you that just makes you discouraged from playing. You know, it basically throws a lot of like gimmicks that are just really that are just really like anti-Sonic, I should say. You know, not focused on speed or movement, just focused on like doing like other like menial tasks, like rolling a snowball.
Yeah. Like it just it's slow. A lot of it just comes off as slow and methodical and not very just not fun.
Yeah,
I remember seeing people complain a lot about the rail sections super late in that game, how they were apparently like super precise.
Yeah. It was people titled it as like a rage quit zone. It was that bad because you were given like a gameplay mechanic that was thrown at you that you learned about like really like way too like early on. Like it was so early on that you basically forgot about it because the game never like used it again in a way that felt like it was building up to something, you know?
Yeah. Like if you have to be precise in a casual platformer that's like and you're not given a lot of freedom to like make that precision, then like that's just gonna be annoying. Like in this game, like in Sparkly Electric Jester 3, like as we've seen, I don't have to be precise to like get on the rails, and I have a lot of freedom when I jump on or off the rails. Just a lot of good enough airspeed, good enough air dashes, a double jump.
Yeah, like the skill floor doesn't feel like it's, you know, too high and not, you know, possible for like somebody who's new to the games to get into. That's what I've been noticing. It doesn't require like a high skill floor.
Yeah.
But what's nice is that the skill ceiling is also like fairly high, which is good because it keeps veteran players coming back and, you know, wanting to like, you know, do better, like play these levels more and more to see what they can do to like really optimize them. You get what I mean?
Yeah, sort of like Pizza Tower game design. Like you don't have to be good at the game to like beat it or complete it, but like it still encourages you to like get better at it, especially since you have a lot of freedom of movement and movement options. So it becomes more of a skill issue.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's the kind of platformer. That's just the general kind of platformer design I just enjoy in general. Just platformer platformer design that has a low skill floor but also a high skill ceiling, you know, something that, you know, casuals can like get into easily and still have a good impression left on them when they play them, but also having that high skill ceiling helps them like want to come back and like try like playing them again, you know, encouraging replay value and just encouraging skill buildup. That's the kind of level design that I feel like is the best kind of design choice you can have in like a platformer game.
Like the more the game is designed so that your progression and beating certain aspects is more of a skill issue, the more I tend to enjoy it or respect it. It's why I love Yokai Watch so much, and I especially love how like I guess that's why it's hard for me like to remain so immersed in Pokemon and as much as I used to, because I love knowing so much about Pokemon, but because I know so much about it, like it's just way too easy, and like it doesn't feel rewarding to use that knowledge compared to games like Yokai Watch, where like your knowledge and your team building skills are rewarded because of how naturally hard the game is by default.
Right.
And even harder games on top of that, like Shin Megami Tensei games. Like pretty much Shin Megami Tensei games are like are pretty much have really good scrub filters and are used as examples of hey, how about you try your usual Pokemon strategies in this game and see how well that works out for you, idiot.
Yeah, different skill different skills for different games is what makes them interesting. So going by the story, it's kind of interesting. I haven't really been paying attention to like the story here, but have you like kind of picked up on what the story has so far?
Just two lonely guys trying to find their existence from in the middle of an existential crisis, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how we're just kind of learning more about just some lore and backstory on characters that aren't Spark. Like, it's kind of weird because I do know quite a bit about like Spark's character from like playing the first game, and like all he wanted was that he just wanted his job back from like some guy that like took his job, which that was you already know who Fark is, right?
Yeah.
Metal Sonic.
Like, I guess like the rival with an existential crisis issue is kind of a common trope in a lot of media that we all like Shadow the Hedgehog. I haven't played Mega Man, so I don't know if like Zero is like that at all.
No, I wouldn't say Zero is like that, but I would say that character design would more be fitting to this character in the classic series. His name is Bass. Like, okay. He's a character in like some of the new. He's like the edgy rival, akin to like somebody like Shadow in the Mega Man universe.
Okay.
But
well, thanks for clearing that up. I know like next to nothing about Mega Man, so like I can never like make a lot of comments. I know a lot of people love Mega Man, but like it's just not my thing. Like which I guess is kind of ironic from an Astro Boy fan like me.
No, that's all right. No, that's all right. I understand. Like even just because things are similar doesn't mean you would automatically be attached to them. It's just like the other things about them, just to see if they also just align with what you want. I understand that.
I think my issue is like I tried playing the older Mega Man games. Like maybe that was a mistake on my part because I know nothing about the series. But a lot of the platforming and boss fights feel a little too precise and demanding, and I guess it's also a side effect of it being an early 2D platformer. But like it doesn't feel like you have a lot of freedom of movement.
Yeah, like going back to like
everything just feels like a gauntlet. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like I get that's how it's designed, but it's just not the kind of game that I enjoy playing.
Right. Like I don't hate that the design choices in Mega Man games, but I can understand why they would be like a turnoff to a lot of people, just because it's not very forgiving and it's very trial and error. That's the kind of difficulty I've just noticed from like Mega Man games. It's a lot of trial and error. You're gonna die over and over again, and it's all about like seeing what the game is, seeing what the level or boss is like first, and then just getting better from that. But I understand that that's not really a design choice that a lot of people really jive with. They'd rather.
I guess it comes off as sort of repetitive because you have to keep playing and keep learning to like really learn what you're supposed to do.
Yes, it's like I want to be able to like learn and get better at the game, but I don't want to like be. I don't want to keep throwing my head at. Yeah. You don't want to like have like people like throwing their head against the wall just because they can't figure out, like, the game doesn't really tell you what to do. That's the thing.
Yeah. Like Kirby kind of follows a similar game design from my understanding to Mega Man. Just basic platformers and like a boss where you make use of your abilities at the end. It's just that Kirby is a lot more casual, friendly, and you have a lot more freedom of movement because like you're technically infinite jumps.
Yeah, not to mention you also have. It's also you also gotta take note that you also have all the later games have like the copy ability, so you have like multiple options of dealing with the boss. I mean, Mega Man kind of does that too, but the thing is with the other like weapons aside from your default weapon, you have like limited uses of those weapons, so you really can't like spam like the other weapons you have other than your default weapon freely. And like with the boss design in that game, it's also very rock paper scissors. You gotta like figure out what weapon the boss is like weak to, and the game doesn't really tell you about that. You have to like figure that out yourself. But yeah, it's kind of, and yeah, Kirby doesn't really have that rock paper scissors design when it comes to the boss fights, despite like having a bunch of abilities that you can take on. And
like as long as you can hit the boss, like that's all that really matters with Kirby.
Yes.
As opposed to Mega Man, where you're like, it's a lot more, you have to figure out more what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you have to like observe.
I keep missing my jump.
Oh no, that requires like a pretty high jump from what it looks like. You have to like really run off.
It looks like I'm a little too late with my jumps is all. Ah, shoot. Alright, let's try to figure this out.
Here we go.
Okay, I keep dashing through the air. Ah, that was... Okay, it looks like I should just...
Oh no, you slipped.
I'm trying to do something fancy, but it looks like I should just run down and get my jump right. Ah, too late. I gotta jump earlier than that, it looks like. Good thing there's infinite lives.
Yeah, that way you can just keep trying over and over.
There we go.
And it looks like the check. There we go. Yeah, doesn't look like the check. And the checkpoint is like right at the place you died in, so that also helps. You don't have to like battle through like levels that you already have like mastery of.
It looks like he knew
just
people
to
would
get to
have.
the point where you died.
It looks like Lake Pepper figured it out. A lot of people would have an issue with this section.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way of doing that. Like, yeah, with putting checkpoints at a place where a lot of people would have like issue with like clearing the first time. That's a really good design choice. Just being, just lenient enough with the checkpoints is what I'm trying to say. Not too generous, but not too strict. And putting them in the right places.
Okay, that was actually a really good parry.
Yeah, it looks like you got a lot of guys ganging up on you. Whoa. These guys fire projectiles.
Oh boy. Got him.
Here we go.
I see the goal. We're almost there.
Almost there.
There we go.
There we are.
Like, have you ever seen any of the Shin Megami Tensei memes involving the Matador?
I don't think I have. What are they like?
Well, like, the Matador is pretty much, a main boss in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne that, he basically forces you to, like, make use of buffing actions and proper team building, or else you're going to lose. I think he comes, like, early mid game, so, like, and by that time you should have the options to be able to deal with them. So if you can't, it's one of those bosses that's pretty much just makes it plain as day that that if you can't clear him, it's ultimately a skill issue.
Right. I see that is pretty funny, but I mean, I guess he's one of those bosses that really aren't that bad once you figure out like the strategy. Or
yeah, he's still pretty bad even if you're good at the game. That's how like demanding Shin Megami Tensei usually is. Like, they pretty much, like, in later Shin Megami Tensei games, they added a lot more meters and extra mechanics and extra ways to get buffs, so that it's technically a little bit easier, but like do some cheat to like it's technically a little bit easier to like exploit bosses' weaknesses and beat them reliably. But it's still harder than like. It's definitely way monumentally harder than, like, say, Pokemon, which doesn't really, well, how do I put it? It rewards knowing about the game a little too much, which kind of, goes against a lot of Pokemon's philosophies and which makes it harder to hold your immersion. Like, Pokemon is a game that, like, a lot of its lore is built on the idea that being a Pokemon master requires a lot of knowledge and skill, and to be able to like get far and like prove your worth. Ah, shoot! It froze for me. Okay, there it goes.
There we go.
Looks like I'm falling.
Oh, no.
Ah, no! I could have made that too.
I thought you could save yourself there. I saw that the game gave you an opportunity to save yourself, but.
Damn, my computer and my 16 and my like 32 extra gigabytes of RAM that I added onto it. Oh well.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. At least this is, but still, it's good that I got this on the Switch. Like, if I was playing this on PC, it would be chugging a lot more because, like, I really want to get a really strong PC one day, but I just can't afford it right now.
No, I understand that. Yeah, PCs in general are just really hard to come by, especially like ones that are not only affordable but are also like really good enough to your standards. It's obnoxious, and like being able to like build a PC is also like that also requires a lot of work and knowledge and understanding on how computers work. It's just
the PC I have enough. It serves my needs enough for now, and that's all that matters, I guess.
Right. I see. No, I understand that. Okay, so it looks like.
Wait a minute. Can you hear the audio?
Yes, I can.
All right, because it sounds like it's slowed down on my end.
No, it's coming through. It's coming through fine.
Okay, it looks like I see. It looks like it's going through fine on OBS, so I guess I won't worry about it then.
Right.
Yeah. The audio is super late from what I'm hearing, but like according to OBS, it's fine.
That's weird. No, it's fine on my end.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't ruin anything. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, like Yokai Watch also has like a similar boss designed around that idea in like Snartle, which is one of my favorite yokai, and like
Right.
like you can and unlike Matador, whom you can like pretty much have to beat to progress the story, you can pretty much battle Snartle optionally anytime you want. So, and like if you can beat him and it is entirely possible to beat him early if you know the strategies or even know what you're doing.
Yes. But
So
and even get a chance of recruiting him.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I think that. Yeah.
So ultimately a skill issue.
Right.
Just really good game design.
Right.
Yeah. You can pretty much tell a Pokemon scrub that thing's just attacking is all that matters. Or is to try that in a Yokai Watch game and see how well that works out for you.
Yep. Yeah.
And I say that while being bad at pairing and just attacking.
Right. Oh yeah, I was also about to say I saw that earlier that you were trying to like fall, but at least this game, at least that level seemed to be a little bit more forgiving if you fall off when you're trying to platform.
Yeah, it's not
better
really a
than
bottomless pit with no safety nets. There's other platformers you can go to.
Yeah,
oh man, I'm on one health left.
That's way better than just having the bottomless pits, because that's the thing that really annoys me when it comes to like bottomless pits and like platformers. I really hate it when you're not really given like. If the game is going to present a bottomless pit, I really would prefer it if the game actually like made it so that you had chances to like save yourself. So if you are quick enough, you can actually like stop yourself from losing too much progress at the worst, rather than just, oh, you messed up, now you have to fall into the pit, now you got to start over. That's obnoxious. Like you gotta like with bottomless pits, I feel like you have to be like really sparing and like knowledgeable of like when and where to like put them. You can't just spam them willy-nilly to just make the game like difficult as a result. Artificial inflation of difficulty.
Yeah.
Same goes for like, oh god, I just noticed that you're on 1 HP. Let's see if you can do this.
I'm just jumping around to avoid getting hit.
Yeah, it looks like these. Oh yeah, these guys have like a lot of projectile-based attacks, so I feel like those are a little bit easier to avoid. What else was I gonna say? Shoot. Oh yeah. You also gotta be. I also feel like you also have to really be like, you also have to really be careful with how many like hazards, like especially ones that cause instant death, like spikes or lava. Like, it's not a bad decision to like use them and have them in your levels. You just can't like put them everywhere in the level and expect people to be like, oh god, and like people to like really like see that as a fair challenge. Like, you ever like experience like games that platformers that spam like hazards like spikes or lava everywhere, and it's just really annoying, and you just feel like the game is just trying to like create challenge in like a very simple way, I should say.
Let me think. Nothing comes to mind immediately. I guess like certain late game Mario levels could technically count as that. But at least they like try to make it so that there's plenty of breathing room on certain spots. Like in the castle, like in some of the castles in Super Mario World, where you can like where a wall of spikes is coming down on you from above, but at least if you're fast enough, you can get to like the spot where you can like just crouch down and avoid those.
All right. Right. At least, yeah. Just having enough lenience and giving the players just enough like break times with what was it, platform, with difficult sections like that, I feel like that gives players just enough breathing room and just enough like forgiveness to like keep going rather than just forcing the.
1 minute. I need to see if I can fix the window again because the audio being late kind of is still throwing me off. So let me fix that.
Okay.
Can you see it?
No, it's just your icon in like a monocolor screen again.
Shoot, that's annoying.
Yeah.
So sorry we have to deal with these technical difficulties. Hope you're still having fun anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm still having a good time, but
Yeah.
I understand like stuff like this happens and you just gotta deal with it when it comes up.
Yeah, I
It's
try.
I know. All right. Oh yeah, I should probably also let you know that probably once you're done, recording your Spark gameplay, I have to get, looks like you're still showing just your screen with just a monocolor screen and your icon.
Man, that sucks. Let's see.
Shoot.
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, we can always try again another time. I'm not having much.
Yeah.
I'm not having much fun with this level, and I keep dying.
I see. Oh yeah, I was also about to say, I need, like, after you were done recording, I think I was just gonna call it here today because I need to get ready to go to work. So, but yeah, I should definitely let you know. I'll let you know next week when I'm available again too. So.
I think we might as well just end it here then. It's not the technical difficulties, and I'm not having fun with this stage. We can always.
All right.
We can always like try another time.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm sorry about all your technical difficulties and all the stuff that you had to deal with, both beforehand and like during like this session. Hopefully that didn't be too much of a detriment with recording this episode.
Yeah, I'm sure next time will be way better. Till then, I'm just gonna save and we'll just call it a day for now.
All right. Well, thanks for having me over once again to see you play more Sparkly Electric Jester 3. Hopefully this episode doesn't get botched too much from all the technical difficulties, but I'm sure you'll find some way to like play around them, you know?
Yeah, we had a great time anyway. That's all that matters.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, thanks for having me once again to watch you play more Sparkly Electric Jester 3. Hopefully next time is a lot better, and I guess I should also say next time, I guess you'll find another level that'll hopefully be better than the one you were last on, right?
Yeah, I mean it's optional, and like we can always, even if I don't play it, like I can just find another level. That's pretty great about this game is like pretty much a lot of the challenges and stuff are optional.
Yeah, I see that the game does have a very non-linear structure, which really is nice, just because it allows you to allows for more expression with playthroughs and just being able to just kind of choose what levels you can beat, as opposed to like a more linear game, which, you know, not that linear games are bad, but the challenge with creating like linear games is making sure like every level is as, you know, as good and well designed as possible, and like there's no like snags to it. Heck, even levels where you have to like beat like where you're given like a choice in order in which you can beat the levels in, like Pizza Tower.
Yeah.
Like, you technically have to like get through all the levels because of the way unlocking more of the game is, but at least you're given like a choice in which levels you can take on first, and it also helps that that game also prioritizes like quality of the levels as opposed to like quantity, because not that like having a large quantities like Sparking Vector Jester 3 is bad, but I guess it just really depends on the kind of designs that you're going for. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Well, I'm gonna end the episode here now that you finished that thought, and thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for being here.
All right, yep. I'll see you in the next episode.